Hello, good morning traders. Welcome back to the channel. It's Jimmy Trades here. Let's have a look at the charts. I'm going to start off from the calendar though. We do have news today. We have news at 8:30 core retail sales and retail sales month on month, followed by Fed Chair Powell speaking at 1:30 p.m. Let's see if we can get a good move off the news at 8:30 today. We'd be looking for medium to higher probability trading conditions, but in this market at the moment, honestly, who knows? Let's jump over the charts. I'm going to start on NQ and this winning trade I took here during London. But remember to please sub to the channel, give the video a like, and be sure to share the channel far and wide. Grab your Tradeify evals for 40% off for new users, 30% off for existing users, and Apex back with an 80% off deal. Surprise, surprise, but yes, you can get 80% off right now through till the end of the month for Apex. Code Jimmy for Apex. Code Jimmy Trades for Tradeify. Alrighty, let's take a look at this NQ short. Then we'll focus on this abomination of a candle here. First of all, let's move out to the 15-minute chart. And we'll see, you know what, let's roll back. Let's roll back. Hold up. Going to roll some replay here. Alrighty, looking at this trade. As we came into, we're in London. I was looking for high time frame points of interest. We formed an hourly FEG here. You can see that here. And we're into a 90-minute FEG as well as a 30-minute. Then I was looking for price to run lower. Now I did get a little impatient. I went a little early initially, and you'll see that on the executions. But I eventually got into the correct trade. And what we wanted to look at is this NQ trade here on the 1-minute chart. So as we roll forward a little bit, we get a move higher. This forms an SMT with ES. We also have a SMT here at the high, combined with this SMT at the high time frame point of interest. As we roll forward, we get displacement and we close through the change in state of delivery here, which is the opposing candles on both NQ and ES. That's important. It's at this point I market ordered in, so I actually did get in a touch lower, but if you're playing off the breaker, you could have also got an opportunity to get in there. And then we just waited and we played out to, I was looking for 2R, but I wanted to see these equal lows here taken. So this was my draw on liquidity. This is a 2.5R, 2.5R standard deviation here as well, aligned with that. So I was happy to run to that level. Price didn't go there quickly. It played around a little bit and eventually we got to TP. There we go. Right at that level, price wicked off that and we had a strong reaction. So that is a 2.47 trade if you ran the stop at the high. If you just ran it off this breaker, you know, it's nearly a 3.5 to 4.4R trade. So a nice little trade there during London. More details to come, but this is essentially the foundry model that I'm trading here. Then this happened. I believe something to do with a tweet in regards to, believe it or not, tariffs. Crazy move straight up to the Asia high. And if we just move back to real time here. You can see straight up to the Asia high, another little pump, and then back into consolidation. If we just roll back here, you can see that the initial entry I took, I was a little bit premature there. What the mistake I made here was I didn't actually wait for that 1 hour high time frame point of interest to be tapped into. It only formed at this level. So the fact the market ran back up into that level was probably a high probability, and I just overlooked that at the time. But I was confident enough that price was going to run lower, so I was happy to go again. Let's move out to the daily. Did we move up into that gap yet? Yeah, okay. So we've tapped up into the gap. I'm going to go to NQ. Just move off MNQ for a minute. So NQ has run up into this gap. Imagine ES has done the same thing. It has, it pushed through. Had a reaction off of that level too. Yeah, it's just a little it's a little tricky, I'll be honest. This, we don't have a change in state of delivery yet. That's what I'd be looking to see, is a change in state of delivery here, which would be off this level. But we want to see displacement. We haven't come off a point of interest down low here either. And look what we have here is just these beautiful equal lows. That is a strong draw, in my opinion. We've come up into the gap. ES has has pushed through the gap, completely filling it. We haven't closed through it, obviously, but you can see NQ didn't quite do that, and we're moving lower. I'm gonna suggest that we probably move lower into New York Open, take out these lows, then potentially move higher back up to this level. If we move out to the 4 hour, we can see, if you look at this trend, that we've essentially come out of that now. This was that consolidation we've been looking at. There's a good chance, or there's a real reality that we could end up pushing as low as this level here. So first draw will be those equal lows, and then we'll see how price wants to react from that level. Alrighty. ES, similar scenario. We have a look at the hourly. Equal lows. Low resistance, liquidity. So same scenario here. Unless we see a bullish change in the state of delivery, which we don't have yet. Yes, we have displacement here. We've got to close, but we're not getting that move higher. This is actually bearish. So if we come into this play and displace back higher here, then I'll run with price running to run higher. At the moment, excuse me, going to keep with a bearish bias here and look for these lows as the draw. Let's move over to oil. Oil's PA has been pretty average too. Nothing clean. Inside bar yesterday. Today we've taken previous day low and the Monday low. Let's look for the Monday high to be taken here. after sweeping out these lows. Yes, we've already taken previous day high, but this would look like to me the low hanging fruit. If we move down to the hourly, got a change in state of delivery here as well. Quite a strong move there on the hourly. That's the low that was swept out from Monday. So we can see we're in that range. We had a nice sweep out of it and we're pushing higher. Bullish for oil, looking for that level to be swept here, looking for this level to be taken, and then we'll see how price wants to move from there. We can run the standard deviations from the high to the low, the low to the high rather, and that gives us a target region up in this vicinity here. All right. Coming to Euro futures. Out of this bullish FEG, we did get a close down into that yesterday, but we're getting a reaction from there now. We're looking for potentially these highs to be taken. These ones through here. Taken previous day high, we do have a devil's mark, so that's an interesting setup here as well. Let's check out the hourly. We do have a bullish change in state of delivery, which is very nice. We've had a nice reaction from that level too. While that level stays in play, in other words, I don't mind if price wants to come back down and retest this level. As long as that stays valid, looking for price to run higher. The alternative, if we move underneath and then we retest that level but continue lower, then we'd be looking for price to be bearish and seek out these lows here. Run our projections. Look at that, lovely projections aligned with that high. Alrighty, let's shoot over to Dixie. And being inversely correlated, do we have a bearish change in state of delivery? We do. Do we have a draw on liquidity? We do. Let's just use the bodies for that extension. Reason being, there's no wick to the downside that I'm interested in here. So I'm happy to just use the bodies. Personal preference. The wicks are just the manipulation. So when they're getting too long, I just try to avoid them. Bodies tell the story, remember. And this is our target area for Dixie. Again, same deal. Respect this level. Move lower. Break through, test, bounce. We're moving higher. We do have equal highs up here. So this is the invalidation or validation level, this level right here. Bearish for the time being for Dixie. Moving over to gold, which just ripped high yesterday. Eventually, I don't know what that was marked out there. Yeah, just crazy move. Got a breakaway gap. Essentially another breakaway. We haven't retested this level. I'm just going to remain bullish. Trend is your friend. Till the end of the trend. We looked at a trade on stream yesterday. We actually looked at a long, which did play out eventually. Where was that? It was just here, yeah. So we're looking at this trade here. It's been your breaker. And look, price mucked around a fair bit. Eventually, though, price did take to, it was right before the close of the market. So you had to sit through that for quite a few hours. But price did reach to nonetheless. And then, you know, as soon as the market opened again, just hasn't looked back really. So for now, remaining bullish for gold. GBP continuing up into that target area. So remaining bullish as we move through this level. This looking for the bearish FEG to be tested here. Get a close through the negative 2.5, and we're moving up to this target area, which is aligned with the negative 4. So remaining bullish for GBP. Lastly, let's head over to Bitcoin. Everyone talking about Bitcoin has found its bottom again. Well, this candle here doesn't look great. Point of interest, daily C2 candle closure. I'd be looking to see price continue to expand lower at the moment. At least testing this level, this opposing candle. We'll see how price reacts at that level. And right now, price respecting the 25% level of the bottom portion of the previous day's range. So yes, we've taken previous day low, but looking at this being our insight to order flow, this candle right here, I'm anticipating price to move lower. So bearish for Bitcoin. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Greatly appreciate you being here. A reminder to sub to the channel, to like the video, turn on the notification icon, and be sure to share the channel far and wide. Don't forget, I am running a 50K giveaway on X at the moment, so be sure to head over there and find that post, follow the steps for your chance to win a Tradeify eval. And remember, you can always grab your Tradeify evals for 40% off or 30% off, depending on the type of user you are, and 80% off Apex right now. Thank you guys. Take care. See you over in Trade Foundry. Bye for now.